Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown is a 1966 American prime-time animated television special based on the comic strip Peanuts by Charles M. Schulz. A Halloween special, it was the third Peanuts special to be produced and animated by Bill Melendez. It was also the first Peanuts special to use the titular pattern of a short phrase followed by Charlie Brown, a pattern which would remain the norm for almost all subsequent Peanuts specials. Its initial broadcast took place on October 27, 1966 on CBS, preempting My Three Sons. The original sponsors were Coca-Cola, the original sponsor of A Charlie Brown Christmas, and the Dolly Madison brand of baked snack foods, which would go on to be a longtime co-sponsor of the Peanuts specials on CBS. CBS re-aired the special annually through 2000, with ABC picking up the rights beginning in 2001, where it now airs annually during the Halloween season. The program was nominated for a 1966 Emmy Award. It has been issued on home video several times, including a remastered deluxe edition of the special released by Warner Home Video on September 2, 2008, with the bonus feature It's Magic Charlie Brown, which was released in 1981. To celebrate its 40th anniversary, a retrospective book was published in 2006. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, The Making of a Television Classic, includes the entire script, never-before-seen photographs, storyboard excerpts and interviews with the original child actors who provided the voices of the Peanuts gang, a history of the program, and the various religious interpretations of Linus's sincere belief in the Great Pumpkin are explained in the 2015 book A Charlie Brown Religion. Plot. With fall in full swing, the Peanuts gang prepares for Halloween. In the cold open, Linus and Lucy go out to the local pumpkin patch to find a pumpkin. Lucy selects the largest one they could find, and poor Linus has to be the one getting it back to the house, only to be very distraught when it turns out Lucy is going to gut it to become a jack-o'-lantern. After the opening credits, Snoopy ends up helping Charlie Brown a bit while he's out raking up a pile of leaves, only to have Linus jump into it with a large lollipop. Then Lucy entices Charlie to try to kick the football, with the usual results. Meanwhile, Linus writes his annual letter to the Great Pumpkin despite Charlie Brown's disbelief, Snoopy's laughter, Patty's assurance that the Great Pumpkin is a fake, and even his own sister Lucy making a violent threat to make her brother stop. Only Sally, Charlie Brown's younger sister, who is smitten with Linus, supports him. When Linus goes out to mail the letter but cannot reach the mailbox, Lucy refuses to help him, so he uses his blanket to open the box and throws in the letter. On Halloween night, the gang goes trick-or-treating, each with their own costume. Most dress as ghosts in simple white chic costumes. Charlie Brown botches his costume with errant scissor work, and Pigpen's trademark dust cloud makes him easy to identify, while Lucy opts to dress as a witch, as she perceives it as being the opposite of her real personality. On the way, they stop at the pumpkin patch to ridicule Linus for missing the festivities, just as he did the previous year. Undeterred, Linus is convinced that the Great Pumpkin will come, and tries to convince Sally to join him. Sally, against her better judgment, but acting almost entirely on her infatuation with Linus, agrees to skip trick-or-treating to be with her sweet Babu. During trick-or-treating, the kids receive various goodies. After going back to the pumpkin patch to tease Linus and Sally, the gang goes to Violet's Halloween party. Meanwhile, Snoopy, wearing his World War I flying ace costume, climbs aboard his doghouse to fight with the Red Baron. After a fierce but losing battle, Snoopy makes his way across the countryside to briefly crash the Halloween party, where he is entertained by Schroeder's playing of World War I tunes on his piano, and then goes to the pumpkin patch. When Linus sees a shadowy figure rising from the moonlit patch, he assumes the Great Pumpkin has arrived and faints. When Sally sees that it is only Snoopy, she furiously yells at Linus for making her miss out on the Halloween festivities as Charlie Brown and the others come to get her. As they leave, Linus, still convinced that the Great Pumpkin will materialize, promises to put in a good word for them if he comes, an off-the-cuff remark that he fears, because of the uncertainty, will scare the Great Pumpkin away, namely because he said if instead of when. At 4 o'clock the next morning, Lucy realizes that Linus is not in his bed. She finds her brother asleep in the pumpkin patch, shivering. She brings him home, takes off his shoes and puts him to bed. Later, Charlie Brown and Linus are leaning against a wall, commiserating about the previous night's disappointments. Charlie Brown attempts to console his friend, admitting that he has done stupid things in his life also. This only infuriates Linus, who sets off on an angry rant vowing that the Great Pumpkin will come to the pumpkin patch next year, as Charlie Brown listens with an annoyed look on his face. And the credits roll. Viewer response: Charles Schulz wanted Charlie Brown to get a rock at one house. Melendez suggested it happen 3 times, and while executive producer Lee Mendelson said no, he was overruled. Charlie Brown's repeated line of "I got a rock" caused some stir among many viewers of the show, according to Charles Schulz in the book and retrospective TV special Happy Birthday, Charlie Brown. Schulz said that after the program first aired, bags and boxes of candy came in from all over the world just for Charlie Brown. Critical reception. Executive producer Lee Mendelson told The Washington Post that the sequence with Snoopy flying his doghouse was one of the most memorable animated scenes ever. He also said that of all the Peanuts TV specials, "I believe it's The Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown is Bill Melendez's animation masterpiece." Sponsors. Similar to the earlier 8 Charlie Brown Christmas and Charlie Brown's All-Stars specials, this It's the Great Pumpkin was sponsored by Coca-Cola and Dolly Madison Cakes. These advertisements were replaced in later broadcasts and edited out in the video, DVD releases. Music. The music was performed by the Vince Guaraldi Sextet. The lively instrumental "Linus and Lucy," associated originally with A Charlie Brown Christmas, is used at the beginning of this cartoon as Linus and Lucy prepare a pumpkin to be a jack-o'-lantern. As Linus mails his letter to the Great Pumpkin, and when Lucy wakes up at 4 a.m. to take Linus home from the pumpkin patch, Guaraldi's theme for the special The Great Pumpkin Waltz is first heard when Linus is writing The Great Pumpkin at the beginning and plays throughout. Other songs composed by Guaraldi for this special include Breathless Graveyard Theme, Trick or Treat the Red Baron by Schroeder, while Snoopy dances are It's a Long Way to Tipperary, There's a Long Long Trail, Pack Up Your Troubles in Your Old Kit Bag, and Roses of Picardy. Home video releases. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown was first released on VHS by Media Home Entertainment and High Tops Video as part of the Snoopy's Home Video Library set. This version included editing of the trick-or-treat scene, and removed the entire sequence of Schroeder playing World War I-era songs. Paramount Home Video later released the special in its entirety on VHS in the 90s. It was released on DVD on September 12, 2000 with You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown as a bonus special. After Warner Home Video had obtained the off-air rights to the Charlie Brown library of TV specials, they released a new DVD release under the new Remastered Deluxe Edition line on September 2, 2008. On this DVD the bonus special was It's Magic, Charlie Brown, and it included a new featurette, We Need a Blockbuster, Charlie Brown. A Blu-ray DVD combo pack was released on September 7, 2011, with the same features as the Warner DVD. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?